welcome back to DiceTillDawn and my top 100 games 2016 edition. My school is now nearly done and I have the time to do these videos. Hopefully I will get them all done before the end of the year. Not sure if I'll be able to make all of them before Christmas, but I will probably do two today and 10 more as the week goes by, I think, and then I will probably release the top 10 of both my solo and top 100 at the same time about. So let's start with, we are going to the top 50 now. And my number 50 was number 42 last time, and that is a light dice game, Las Vegas. This is just a game that works in many situations. It's light fun, and everyone likes rolling dice, and there's still choices on what do you want to do on your turn, but it's still light-hearted, fun, and works in party situations. Even works as a two-player game quite nicely with the rules that you have the neutral dice. They are just cool, and I don't know what to say. It's just fun to play this game, and I really enjoy Las Vegas. Okay, so number 49 was 28 last time, so dropped a bit, maybe haven't played it again. So that's Lewis and Clark, and this is just more history for me, and it's a very cool mix of hand building, deck building, and worker placement, and just engine building, and all these come together to a very entertaining and cool package, which works as solo player very nicely, I think, and two player is great, and even three works if you know the players know the game, but I would pretty much never play this with 4 or 5. It just gets way out of hand unless all the players have played it many times. Then maybe yeah, but 1, 2, maybe 3 players is the sweet spot for me. Just cool, great artwork, and just enticing puzzle each time on how do I advance this time, and just great fun. Lewis and Clark, the expedition. Number 48 is new to the list. I just got the expansion for it too last week or so, but that is the result. This has become one of my favorite co-op games, and just a cool small box. Even the expansion fits here, and has tough decisions, and has sort of like this group tension feeling, and you really don't know what do you want to do, and it feels like thematic in a sense, even though you are just playing these cards. I love the artwork, it's just awesome, and we have never beaten the game in 3 players, I think, yet. We did win it with my girlfriend as a 2-player game. Sadly, the 2-player game doesn't work that well. I haven't tried the expansion 2-player game yet, so maybe that works better. But 3 and up, it's just a cool, hard co-op where there's meaty decisions to be made and tough choices. So the Grizzled is a cool co-op game. Okay, so number 47, also new to the list. 13 Days. This is Twilight Struggle light, and that doesn't mean it in a bad way either, because this gives almost exactly the same feeling, except for the long tension and frustration in a good way, but this is like 30-45 minutes depending on the players. I played this only with my friend who we played Twilight Struggle a lot with, and we just every time we played, it's like constant tension right from the get-go, so it starts right away and lasts 30-45 minutes, I guess. And just last week I managed to sneak a win by forcing my opponent to go into nuclear war. So this is a great history again for me. There's even a booklet of the Cuban Missile Crisis. I just devoured that up and just got even more info I didn't even know. And if you like Twilight Struggle but are struggling I don't really get to play that often, happens to me too. I've only played like once this year or so, but this is a game you can play easily and has this exact same feeling. And I'm not saying this replaces Twilight Struggle, but they have really managed to capture the feel in a smaller and shorter game with 13 days. Absolutely lovely game. Okay, number 46, again, new to the list, and actually a pretty hot game. I've had it a few months now, but that's Terraforming Mars. And I've only played this one player and once as a two-player game, so I have still much to explore. I really like the solo game. It's even hard to win in the beginning, like get to the end of the game, and once you do, you start learning, and maybe then in the end you usually win, but then you are trying to up your score with the different companies, and it's just a constant cool puzzle for me again. I love the theme, and all the cards and abilities make sense as like the real concepts that they might try if they were to trying to terraform the Mars. And just cool game. I really want to try it with 3 or 4 players or something like that, but I've enjoyed the 1 player and 2 player immensely. So Terraforming Mars, a good start for the game. I've only played like 5-6 games or something like that. Okay, number 45, again new to the list, and that is Rococo. Yeah, making dresses, I know. I was really intrigued by the game mechanics, and I just had to buy it, and once I bought it, I really loved the game. It's a cool mix of like deck building and area control and set collection in a sense. Well, not set collection, resource management, I guess. And then doing the right moves at the right time and getting income and managing your deck, maybe thinning it out or getting the certain cards. And I just really enjoy it. And I've got the expansion jewelry box, but I haven't tried it even yet because I wanted to play like a few more games of the base game, because there's just so much cool stuff in the box. And also, I guess one negative I found is that at least in a 2-player, I've only played this 2-player, just to note, but in a 2-player game I think it rewards maybe a bit too much the one that makes a lot of dresses. Sure, this is about making dresses, I'm not saying that, but I always try to find like alternative victory points to victory. Like I was always focusing on the decorations and getting money and then doing the exact right dresses at the right time and stuff like that, but just doesn't seem to get me to the winning point. Sure, I could be just outplayed by my opponent and all this, but my girlfriend usually just makes a crap ton of dresses and nothing else, and beats me by 30 points or something like that. So that's a slight negative. I have to play it more and see how it goes. I'd still enjoy the game a lot and all the things. So Rococo is my number 45. Okay, number 44 was number 40 last time, so about the same, and that is Biblios. One of the best small card games I know. Great, like, auction game, even works with 2 players perfectly. I've played this like 30 games at least, and many of them 2-player, and it just really works even 2-player, but it goes up to 4 players, and this reminds a bit about For Sale, but I haven't played For Sale, but this is just cool fun auction game with set collection and kind of a bluffing aspect to it, and very, very interesting decisions each turn, because when you draw a card from in the first phase where you are gifted these cards, for example, you have to draw 3 total. When you draw them 1 by 1, and you have to decide then and there what you are going to do with the card. Are you going to take it to yourself, give it to your opponent, or put it to this pile that is to be auctioned in the second phase? So if you take the first card, it's a good card, okay, you take it, but then the next card is even better. You are cursing at, oh, why did I take it, and now you have to give it to your opponent or to the pile. And if it's a good card, maybe you want to put it to the auction, but the next card might be perfect for your opponent. So that's the coolest thing about this game. It's just constant tension with the card flipping biblios. And number 43 was number 18 actually, and again the only reason it's dropped is basically I haven't played it in like maybe a few games in last 2-3 years, and that's a sad thing because I think it could still be about in my top 10 if I actually got to play it. The reason is the 2-player variant, I hate it in the game and just don't get the group to play it actually, because with my gaming group we usually play something a bit heavier and like Imperial Assault this year, stuff like that, so well, that game is sadly 7 Wonders. It's probably never going to drop off my list and might go up at some point when I get to play it more, but it's just a blast to play. It plays quickly, cool decisions, nice artwork, big cards, civilization building, the leaders expansion. I love it because it gives more history feeling to the cards and the characters from history, the mathematicians and all. And yeah, still you have many venues to victory and all things to consider, and which cards do you draft to which give to which player, and I really love the game and really hope I could play it more. I just really hate the 2-player variant on this. We actually did try to play it with my girlfriend controlling 2 nations each, but it just felt too long and too arduous, and also the let's help my neighbor all the time, and it was cumbersome and it wasn't fun anymore because it wasn't just your civilization. So sadly I hate the 2-player variant, but it's a cool game. The 7 Wonders Duel wasn't actually on my list, I think. Yeah, I do have it and I do like it, but it's just I don't know, it doesn't really get near this game in my opinion. It's a cool game and all, but I don't really like it that much. It's not in my top 100, but I'm not going to sell 7 Wonders Duel either, so take it for what it is, but 7 Wonders. Okay, number 42 was number 45, so pretty much the same spot, and one of my favorite abstracts, and that is Jin. I don't know what it is about this game, but every time I play it I just really love it. From the get-go it's all decisions and planning ahead and seeing the moves around the table as like seeing the table just start to come alive with possibilities. Yeah, I know it's my puzzly aspect, perhaps some mathematician thing there, but I just really love the game, and always there's this constant permutation of possibilities, and I just really like it. Of course there's the card draw, so if you always draw the monocolored ones you are better off, but that's the one part of the challenge, because I think it usually balances out pretty nicely in the end, so you just have to do with the cards that you are given, and still it's not like it's the end of the world chess, so if you lost the game it takes like 20-30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes with more players, and you can play it again. And I just really like Jin. Okay, last one on this list. Number 41 was actually number 29 last time, so a bit of a drop, but there's a good reason for the drop actually, and that reason is higher up on the list. But that is Modern Art, the classic that I just really love. Just last year I talked about it and played it again after like 5 years of not playing a game of it, and just instantly reminded me of how good of a game this is. This is just a brilliant auction game, because there's always like 7 layers of things to think when you are starting an auction or bidding on auction, or who are you bidding to, or what are you selling, or what are you buying, and whose turn it is, how far it is in the round, how many paintings have been sold, what are the values of the paintings currently, and just the more you think about it, the more you get out of it. Sure, it might seem at first like it's just, yeah, just throw money around and get some paintings and then sell them and see who has the most money, but if you actually put your mind to it, there's a lot of game behind Modern Art that I really enjoy. Okay, so that was a quick run through. Sorry for if there's some pronunciation errors. I've been a little tired, but yeah. So that's 50 to 41, and I might actually do the other list right away. So let's turn over to that one. But thanks for watching this one, and see you next time. Bye.